So let's get back to our receivables report and write the formula for these two categories. I'm going to first use OR function because the overdue days should be either greater than 31 or it should be less than 60. Equal to if open bracket or open bracket, and the first test is this should be greater than or equal to 31, comma, second test this should be less than or equal to 60. We close the bracket. We have now closed the OR function. Now let's say by mistake you hit enter. Excel is going to give you an error saying formula is missing an opening or closing parenthesis, or it does not have the complete information. So we are going to go back. We have not given the complete information. We have just entered the logical test. The other two parameters we have to write, which is equal to, if this is true, then it should enter this number, balance amount number in this cell. Otherwise, it should enter 0. Let me drag this down. This is 41, this is correct, this is 23. It should fall in this range. Why has it come here? Whenever you write logical test, you have to be very careful of the logic that you apply. Let's see what's the logic. The logic says if this number is greater than or equal to 31, then it should come here. Or if it is less than or equal to 60, then it should come here. Any one of the condition is true, it should fall in this particular column. However, if H3, this number, is less than 60, then even these conditions or these numbers are true in such case. Therefore, for such cases, we must use AND function. So I'm going to change OR to AND because the number has to satisfy both the criteria. It should be greater than or equal to 31 and it should be less than or equal to 60. So now you see all the other overdue days which are not in this range have become 0. So now we will write similar function for this category. Equal to if open bracket and open bracket this number greater than or equal to 61, comma, this number less than or equal to 90, close bracket, and the result for true is balance amount, and if it is false it should be 0. We close bracket and hit enter, and we will drag this formula down till the end. Alright, so 61 to 90 days, this particular customer falls in this category or this particular invoice, so it has appeared here. And finally, let's write the formula for the over 90 days category. Let's first write the logical test here, which is equal to H3 greater than or equal to 91. That is because anything up to 90 days will fall here, and then 91 and above should fall in this category. It is going to be false. There is one more way of writing the same condition. Let me first give you example here. This is H3 is less than or equal to 30. We can write the same condition with H3 is less than 31. Anything less than 31 will fall in this particular category. However, one precaution to use such condition is that this is valid only if the numbers you are comparing are whole numbers. For example, if this were to be temperature and we are talking about comparing a temperature of 0 to 30 degrees, and if we write this particular condition, then even 30.5 degrees will fall in this range. It should ideally fall in the next range, which is greater than 30 degrees. So if you are using whole numbers, then you can have either of these conditions and you will get correct answers. But if you are comparing decimal numbers, then you have to use the exact comparison. Let's stick to our exact comparison and we will write condition here, which is if H3 is greater than or equal to 91, then enter this amount, otherwise 0, and we will drag this formula down. I have edited this date so that this particular invoice falls in greater than 90 days category. Now let's sum up these category figures. I'm going to use auto sum. I have clicked on this cell, then I'm clicking on auto sum, and then I'm going to drag this formula into other cells. So this gives you an overall summary of receivables, how much of receivables is falling under 0 to 30 days, and so on. So with this, we complete making of receivable report. So what we have learned here? First, we have learned how to make simple calculations on date field. Here, what we did was added the payment terms days to the invoice date and calculated the due days. In this particular column, we have learned how to use absolute reference of cell so that the same cell gets considered when you copy paste the formula in the rest of the range. And finally, we learned how to use if function with a simple condition like this, a single condition here. And we have also learned if function along with and or function. So try out these options, see where you can apply this, and if you require any help, just drop in a message.